Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build Fort Skalar. I'm finally back off holiday. Well, not finally back off holiday. I was only away for about 4 days, which is why I've not kept up with the comments at all. I put down a load of notes of the stuff that I need to improve. As you know from one of the episodes, I did start to put some of these up, and we're actually going to do that today. We're going to go through and do some improvements, do some tweaks. I messed around with a couple of things. Off camera, I have started to degrade the wall in parts. So I've started to get these little bits where you get 4 to 5 bits, but also where it's been degraded and not really been repaired, like here where you get this big kind of hunk of chunk coming out of it. So I'm going to kind of like do that around a lot of the walls. I think this one's going to have quite a lot of extra bits of stone on it to fortify it because it's so high up. So that'll kind of come down a lot. We might have like maybe a collapsed bit of the where is it? Here we go. Going to here or whatever. The prison. So it might have a look, you know, where there's a little gap that they think they can escape from or something like that. One of the other things I've done is, and this was from a comment quite a while ago, and I thought actually I'm going to do that now because I might as well. Was to actually hang some people outside. So I tried to get the greenest looking one. So this is supposed to be an orc. I think it's just a decaying dude. He's now hanging from there. They've also got another noose here. I really like what they've done with the noose for, like what the Conquest mod guys have done with the noose, where you can actually do it in directional. It's a lot better way of doing it. So thanks to you guys for doing that. That's freaking awesome. I've got that hanging up. Somebody also said about hanging cage. They did actually say about having a hanging cage in the prison, which I wasn't too sure if I can get it anywhere. I guess the only place we've already got is up here, so we could have one. Yeah, why don't we have one? Alright, screw it. There we go. I didn't have a proper look. It's been a while since I did it. I was like thinking it through in my head as I was reading comments because I've pretty much been trying to copy and paste via my phone to actually get them on there. So obviously they've got a little bit of an overflow in the prison. A little bit of an overflow in a way. I still need to make that roof smaller because at the minute it's too big. Unless it's not too big. I don't know. We might have like one here, you know. Like dude is just hanging up. Creepy. Oh yeah, look. Creepy hanging Skyrim cage. So that means I was going to do that. I just completely forgot that I was going to do that. Wow. See, comments to myself really help after a couple of days. Right, other stuff. Other stuff. So one of the things that with the last episode was about the camp for me anyway, in chronological order for me, and probably this episode will come out afterwards. And to do with everything being a little bit too close, which is fair enough. So that was bread, toasted bread. It is a fair enough comment. I kind of like it though. I kind of like being able to go around the corner. I think it's from my plot days, from plot building, really big plots, and kind of exploring and well, not really exploring, and kind of just. I think it's from those days. I just think it is. I'm going to keep them because I quite like everything being close. I know. Yep, we've got grove around there. We've got a village there. We've got a fort there. We've got a camp there. We've got possibly going to have a mine there. Necromancer's thing there. But I kind of like it. Yeah, so just, yeah. One of the other things that somebody said was, could I build it with a moat? I couldn't actually do a moat because it's the wrong place. It's just, building a moat for this place would be impossible. The water would just drain out if you got this on the cliff. But however, it did make me think about another river around, so I had a look at the terrain around this part especially, because I know that people have been saying, well, this part's not very good, or the defense, well, one person's been commenting mostly that, yeah, you could jump over this, but think of it like Skyrim. Skyrim has all these kind of like crappy things where you just wouldn't have walls going all the way around everywhere. It'd just be impossible, really, if you had a wall going up like there, for example. You've got to think about it sensibly, and yes, they could technically from here climb down with some ropes, or you got to remember these are meter blocks, so they'd be pretty difficult still to like even climb down here. I mean, you might be able to do it, right? Quite difficult, but the way that you got to think about it is it's impassable. It's an impassable mountain of rock and stuff. So I'm not too worried about that. But it did make me think about, like, this little wall especially does look quite weak. So we're probably going to end up extending this up a little bit. Especially since we got the Druid's Path going across here. It just seems like, you know, you would be able to do this realistically. Be able to go across here, walk across here, and maybe even climb down and, you know, get down quite safely. So I thought about that. People have also said about an escape route from the actual keep. Well, I know I said about doing the trapdoor thing. Well, I decided to mess around with some redstone, so I've now got this little escape thing. So this is like a really, really old thing. I've tried to hide it with a slab. It doesn't really work, but to be honest, if you're like over here, you wouldn't know it's there, and there's no path going up to it. It's an old path from ye old days as an escape route out of it and then they can go up the Druid's Path or whatever and go somewhere. Pretty much they're doomed. Yeah, so about this river, this just kind of like seemed like a natural pond type area. So I just filled it with water. And one of the things I do is I use blue wool to actually mark out these. Usually, if I'm not doing them on an episode, I'll do this if I want to do them later. That will cross the path, so it means we need another bridge at a weird angle. But that will then go down into this bit, and I'm actually going to have a small sea arch type thing where the water flows underneath this and then comes out of an arch on this side. So we might do some more sea caves, maybe. I don't know. It depends if I can be bothered with that. For this kind of like rougher land, it'll just make it look a little bit more interesting, I think. And also, it makes this side of the wall, if you've got a stream going across, even if it's only small, I'm thinking like maybe 2 blocks wide is all it's going to be. Even if you had that, it would still make it a tiny bit more difficult to notice. And you'd also hear orcs or something, or men coming from the east, come in and actually try to attack from there. So it gives it a little bit more protection. What else? I don't know what else. God knows. Oh yeah, somebody said something really funny about Runkland, which I won't repeat. Just on the Ridgewater one. So, right. What we're going to do is we're going to do a couple little tweaks now. There is stuff that is just bloody obvious that I just completely forgot about. In the war room down here. Oh, actually, first thing. Triliton said about the armor stands and how you can get arms on them. So, thank you, Triliton, for that. I've now got the commands for those. I prefer to use the other one where you just edit it, because I found that if you do the summon one, it was pointing the arms this way and it just looked really weird. So actually, him giving me both commands was really, really useful. So thanks, dude, for that. Also, the link for Trilitons Shaders are now in the description as well. I know I'm not using shaders at the minute, but I will be. Yeah, it's this bit here. I for some reason wanted to use vertical slabs, and somebody just said, you know, why don't you use trapdoors? And it's just common bloody sense. So, yeah, there we go. That's number 1 is done on my to-do list anyway. That'll be that. Right, I'm probably going to do the easy ones first, see how far we get. We probably do the ballistas and catapults as a separate episode. I don't know why I went through the long way to get into here. I have no clue. Right, flagpole, which is this flagpole here. I've decided to go with this flag. I had a couple comments saying that this one was a little bit better, so thank you for your comments as usual. Didn't think about that, did I? No. But yeah, this will be the banner of these dudes. So I have that there, and also actually we could always use the oak platform, couldn't we, for this? But he actually said to put this on top. Can we do like something? Do we need it to go over? Is what I'm thinking. I don't need like that. How am I supposed to do this? Why can't I figure this out in my head? Right, give me a block. I had a block. I can figure it out. I don't want to do that. No, I want to delete that one. That's why. Sometimes I can be so dumb. I really can. Right, okay, so maybe we try this. I just think that just needs, maybe just do that. Yeah, I know he said carpet, actually. The guy did say carpet. We got carpet in this one. No. Right. Carpet. I know that's a dangerous thing to type in the Conquest mod, but Reforge mod even, but I will do it anyway. That one, quite like jungle frame planks, carpet, jungle wood planks. Ooh, dark wood. See the jungle frame one. That looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Something like that. I'm guessing he was just thinking of. To be honest, that looks all right. So that's not too bad. So there we go. That's that one done. Where am I all going with this? I'm trying to keep on top of everything on the other side. So moat around the fort. I kind of talked about that. I will be getting onto the river. I think I'll probably do it off camera. I don't know if you guys want to see that on camera. We'll see how it goes. And unless I do it as part of the spikes around the fort, because that was a fort, not fork. Because that was another one. Right. Flag of one carpet on top. There we go. I found it. Bloody found it, finally. So I've got a few of these. Right, next one. Really just common sense. This is where I'm not used to the mod, and you can kind of tell. Vertical slabs around the front. Duh. I mean, it's just so... You know, like, rather than use these big chunky blocks, I mean, why not use your vertical slabs? I mean, it just makes sense. Yeah. Silly Daka. Just so silly. It means I won't be able to put the top things on. I'm not really too bothered about that. Right, okay, so I somehow did that. Right, so I have something like that. I have no idea how I'm going to do this one. I might have to... Well, actually, now that we've got this, like that, I'm probably going to still have these ones in here. Then we can have this one here. And this one here. You know, something like that. It just makes it look so much more lightweight, doesn't it? And more gatey. Yeah, it's the right word, gatey. Just can't put anything on top. If only they could make like a quarter slab. Now they would be talking about the days of old modding when they used to always have it like Tekkit, just had so many of them. But we'll go with something like that, and that'll do. So that is the gate using vertical slabs front gate. Excellent. Right. Now we're getting somewhere. We're starting to cut through these simple ones. I did say it'd be hopefully quite easy. I can't remember if this was a comment or not, but somebody said about a water tank. I'm sure they did. If not, it's in my head as that, and I'm really sorry if it is in my head. So I think what we'll do is we'll have a couple of these around still, right? Clean some with water in it. We'll get the... Is it a bottle? Yeah, it is a bottle, isn't it? Get that. Get 2 of those out. Get 1 of those out. It's quite low. Got a couple of those for water, but actually also have a water tower, and I've never made one of these before, so it's going to be probably horrible, as you guys know. But we'll give it a go anyway. Iron spruce, yeah. We'll do it out of good old spruce, I think. Make it, oh yeah, we can use this well, it's a well support, so of course we can use it. The only thing is, do I want to make it like big enough so we can have the like a pretend water spouty thing as one of these, you know? So like you'd get water out of like this thing. This directional one, isn't it? No, right. Didn't want to do that. I wanted the normal one. Where's the normal one? I often do that. I can't see it. Do they not have one in this? Just directional. Possibly. If it is, we can just... No, see, it has to exist. Yeah, it's right there. In front of you. I was just thinking, why they wouldn't just miss it out? I was just getting so confused with myself then. So we might have something like this, right? We get some supports on there. They get some weird things like this, with the iron one. And then we get... Oops. Alright, it's these corner things I need to place my blocks on. Or something like this. I don't know. I don't know what this looks like. It looks horrible. It's far too big. That's what it is. So I think that is just too big. So what we'll do instead is we'll make it a lot smaller. And probably end up binning the whole thing because it looks horrible. So don't do something like that. Do it like this. So quite small, right? And then all we're going to need really is some slabs in it, really. Well, we could probably do with some sort of flooring. Yeah, that's one thing we could do with. So I think we'll use the iron spruce for that, right? And then just have like these around the sides. That's all it is really for, is just like a catching thing. And if we're going to use iron, I think we need to use iron all the way. So we just use iron at the bottom. Probably not. Let's try with this. I quite like this one actually. It's quite nice. It just has this like darker feel to it, doesn't it? It's quite cool. So what I was thinking is just something hideous like this, and I might even go with stairs around the outside, the bottom bit, the outside. So I did that one there. Do that one that way. Do that one that way. It's gonna be a nice, easy one for this side. I'm just gonna have to do it anyway. So if we have something like that, it looks horrible. I'm not doing well with building today. I don't know if it's just me from getting back, you know, and I've just like completely lost it. See if I would try something completely different with these. You know, do this. Yeah. A bit better, I guess, isn't it? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe even get rid of these supports. Not like completely, but get rid of the supports and just get the pillars and just do something like that. Yeah, that'll do. That looks a little bit better. That looks more like what I was thinking it was going to look like. So that's good. I'll put in that just for the hook conquest one, so it doesn't ping. Shove that on there. Shove that in there, and then we got some things. It's just a nice little simple thing. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take, but that's done. Right. So spikes around the fort, ballistas, and catapult. I think I'm all going to throw those into the same pot as probably an extra episode, because I'm going to have to do some proper research of what I want to do. Get some pictures up and stuff, because I've forgotten. But ballistas especially, I think I've totally forgotten. Right, next thing is workbench around the blacksmith. So we're going to do a little workbench. There we go. Workbench with books as well, because they were educated. You are darn correct, sir. Whoever said that. So I haven't got all the names of people. There's a couple where like the same person, not the same person, like different people had commented. Why is that one not sideways? I want it sideways. God damn it. So I've got the tools on the side. That's fine though. That'll do. Yeah, there's a couple where people would like. That's not the same person to comment. Different people had commented the same things. So I wasn't really sure where I was actually reading it from, because I was picking it up in a bit of a weird way, as I usually do. You know, I mean, it's not nothing different about that. But yeah, I'm just gonna go with wooden board. I love the wooden board one. Wooden board. Yeah, so that's why I haven't got it. But I'm gonna try and get back into the kind of way I was doing it before, because people did like that, I think. Oh, somebody did say about stacking double birds. I know this was answered in the comments, but for you guys that aren't that familiar with Conquest, or the Conquest mod, so this is back from the metadata days. If you put one down, it will just get the one that's sat down. If you put one on top, the bottom one will turn into a flying one, and this one essentially is invisible. But that's how you get any of the flying birds. Really, it's to do with connected textures. It doesn't obviously work with everything, but you know, that's one thing to do. I know that somebody did ask about that. So there you go. Hopefully that does help. I know it was answered in the comments as well, but it's just in case anybody else was wondering. How did that work? Which is fair enough. So it's one of those things that you kind of forget, because back in the metadata days, you had to know it. Otherwise, well, you just had to know it, didn't you? There's nothing else. That was it. I don't know why I'm doing it so high. There's going to be some sort of like master book person. No clue. Right, so probably don't want one of those. Well, I want one of the books things, but also want something else. I don't know what it is that I want, but I want something else. I might just go fancy no, poor wardrobe. Poor wardrobe. Oops, there, put that there. I keep on doing it. Why do I keep doing that? It's because I'm used to now the trapdoors that you can just, like normally you can just place stuff, and I'm starting to get used to that. That must be it. So we go have some books and then a little cupboardy thing, and some plans really, didn't we? Actually, let's cut that down to put that to there. Get a painting, you know, and we'll put this up, and we'll get some. Whoops, I did it again. There is some plans, isn't there? Or is that gigantic, isn't it? Maybe we'll do that instead. We'll have that as the plans. I'm sure, though. Yeah, this is also going to be the same, isn't it? Oh, I can just hold it down. For some reason, I didn't think that way. Unless we had that one. That's more of a wanted thing, isn't it? So, yeah, because I'm pretty sure. Well, we could have a little one as well, and put something in front of it, and it'll ping off. There you go, something like that, and tools. I know we've got them in like these racks and things, but it might be nice. Like whack those on the side or something. No, maybe not. Maybe not on the side. Whack them down. Well, whack them on the side like that. But, you know, and then maybe pad paper thing, pile of paper. So this is when he's like drawing out designs or whatever. That's what I'm thinking. It's probably going to ping that other one behind it, but that's fine. You know, that'll do. That's the workbench done. Okay, sorted. Big flag, scaffolding, Knight's Keep more aged. Yeah, so that I'm going to do, once we're done with the Knight's Keep on the inside, I'm then going to age the crap out of it. I think I'll do that as a, quite a lot, but people have said about using different materials for it. I'm not sure what other materials we can actually use for it, because it's already pretty aged. It's either that or we do start to, you know, make some of the other bits look newer. But one of the ideas I did have was to actually, well, what you guys actually had was wooden scaffolding to hold up some of it. So I'm going to have possibly this part of the wall here. Might have it like broken on one side and it's kind of crumbled a bit. And they put in some wood on the top part of it. But actually on the back as well, it's actually got some wooden supports, just small supports. And possibly do that throughout. bits of this, the Knight's Keep, possibly, I think. But there we go. Right, wood used to prop up, yep, previously broken sections of the wall, that's part of that bit. Archery ranges people. This was more of a... This was actually quite good, I think, because somebody did say that if you're an archer, you'd probably prefer to be shooting at these guys because they're more realistic. Like as people, you know, because then you're actually seeing if you can shoot somebody in the heart. But I kind of like the archery things now. These are growing on me. So the only reason I haven't switched over to people, because I think I would actually probably prefer, if I was a medieval archer who was getting paid like nothing and I had to defend this place from just disgusting, gigantic orc creatures with muscles that could rip me in half, you know, that's my kind of orcs. Probably Warhammer orcs, I think, is the right thing. But yeah, I would prefer to have people, but I kind of like these as they stand out. It makes it really clear it's an archery range. Whereas down here, you'd have to actually pop down and then you go, oh, yeah, it's like this little fighting thing. Otherwise, you just kind of go, it all kind of merges a bit, I think. So this stand out. So that's the only other reason I'm doing that on that. One of the other things that people did say was to have tents on sparse areas. And this I thought was brilliant. I actually do want to make some tents now because I was thinking about this. And I've written even more lore in, but there'll be occasional orc raids that literally just like a boat of like 5 or 10 orcs will come and land anywhere on this coast or anywhere, going all the way. Get the map up, going all the way even up north, all the way around here, all the way around here, and all the way onto this icy bit as well. So they're pretty much, you know, they just go out. It's like a rite of passage to go raiding really and not die. That's one of the more important things. So that's kind of like their rite of passage, is just to go and try and kill people or fight, or you know, just kill animals on the mainland or something. You know, to burn something. You know, that's what they do. It's quite a bit of a problem, but it's just what they do. So I was thinking, you know, well, the people are going to be quite used to coming out from the town and actually getting in. The men of this fort would then probably go to meet them on the beaches and try and attack them early to make sure no property's damaged. The men and women would, well, the women and children would go into the tents and just look after them, whereas the men of the village, the guys that have no military experience, would probably man the walls, and they'd all be like forced into essentially shooting down and defending this fort if those men were all attacked. If those men that came out were outnumbered, they would just retreat anyway and come up. But that's my idea in my head. I don't know if that's correct at all. Got no clue. So if you guys could tell me, that'd be pretty good. But yeah, tents was a really good idea, and it would also fill up some of these areas. Most likely, the tents would be populated in these areas because the actual soldiers themselves would be more important in a way. But I was thinking about this and actually shoving up like a tent or something up here, just as like a permanent one, and then that tent could actually just have tents in it. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's just something like that. So I'm going to do like a kind of like, well, probably grey actually. Let's go with a grey one. Do it pretty similar to what we've done before. So look, there's 2 different spellings of grey. I can't even remember which one's the correct one in like actual English, like my English. It's not actual English, my English. The England English. Oh, they got grey marble. I can't remember that. It's interesting. Could be that it's been there forever. I just don't remember it. But there we go. Right, so we got this, this. I'm probably going to also need one of them. So move all this across. Come on, move it across. There we go. Probably want that way because that's going to bug me otherwise if it's the wrong way around. It's not the wrong way around. It's just different. But you know what I mean. Right, so we'll have like a little tent here, pretty much the same as what we've done before, with that little camp, Ridge Watch, which I think is going to be the name for it. It seems to have stuck, so why not? And it is watching the ridge, so I mean it also makes sense, you know. We'll have this pretty dire tent here. Pretty small actually, isn't it? But it's fine. Some stuff on it. Right, I'm just going to randomly throw these in, just so I can get in a roof, which is going to be made out of trapdoors. There you go. It's a lot smaller than the other one that we've done before, but that's the idea, being that there would be tents that would come up onto admittedly exposed bits of the fort, but that would then house anyone that isn't an actual soldier, who was actually, you know, on the walls and pretty much just forced into general servitude for this one. It kind of makes sense to me. I don't know what you guys think. If you think it's stupid, then please do say. But especially in high times of war, they would definitely have the light tents like everywhere. It'd be crazy. But then this at least means that, you know, it makes it look like they're used to it. That's in my head. That's what works. Right, let's go for that one. Okay. And I don't know how I'm going to make it look like there's actually tents inside this tent, but the idea being that they would just have, rather than taking up an actual military storeroom, they've just got them up here, out in the open. They would all be pretty horrible, smelly, and things like that, but that's what they'd be like, so tough. I think it's the right word. So there we go. It's a shame we haven't got just like a one with nothing in it, you know? Maybe flour. Oh, this is actually a tent, right? It's not flour, it's a tent. Got it? Good. Now just have some bags and stuff around and put a trapdoor of some kind on top of this one. I think... What's the... Oh, that's one I used on the ship, which I quite liked. Trellis or something? Was it trellis? I don't know. Yeah, it was. It's surprising that I remembered that. So my memory is terrible. But that'll do for something like that. So it looks like there's a tent in there, and I'll just go in and grab it and stuff. And that's pretty much it. Maybe even have some... So I haven't been using it at all. There's different types of curtains now. Curtain vines. Ah. Very fancy. That's quite a good idea, actually. But yeah, we'll have some curtains. Oh yeah, these connect to the I forgot about this as well. I forgot that these actually can connect to slabs. It's pretty good. Maybe we'll have... So you can do stuff like that. I mean, it's cool as hell. Oh, I just deleted a bag, didn't I? Oh well. No, I didn't delete a bag. I deleted a blade roof. Right, so maybe we'll just have... top one on there? Yeah, I just had the top one on there. So yeah, idea being that. Right, so that's tents on the sparser areas. Definitely makes sense. Perfect idea. Right, that leaves us with the spikes around the fort, the ballistas, the catapults, the scaffolding, which actually we've got some small scaffolding to do around this area. Well, it's not really scaffold, it's just to make sure people don't fall and die. It's a fair comment. So, rustic fence. That is big. Oh, okay, then it's not big. That looks pretty dangerous, actually. I kind of like it, though. I really do. I kind of like it. You know? Whoops. Get rid of that one. It just kind of looks a bit funky, doesn't it? I mean, I might even have that one go down. So if I go over, I'll always go down as well. Let's do that as a rule. Obviously that would probably burn, but, you know, it's Minecraft here. So there we go, that works. I really like that. That fence just is right for it, I think. We're going to need to go up here as well. I almost went northern then. I said I'm going to need to go up here now. But there we go. That'll work on it. We do that. Just that one there is done. That doesn't block it too much. Yeah, I like that. I don't know what you guys think, but I quite like that. I actually think this fence is perfect. It just looks broken and a bit crappy, and it's brilliant. So well done to whoever made this model. I think we'll use it on that broken bit of wall as well, as well as random bits of wood and things. But that'll work. So there we go. That's another thing. Right, this thing. Switch thatch out so it doesn't burn. You guys have been like on and off on this. Like, it's really weird. Some people like it, some people don't like it. It's such a mix, but fair enough. We will change it, as you guys know. I have no problems at all with changing it. If you guys like, I don't like anything, I always say, like, seriously, it's worth doing, because there's stuff that I will do wrong. Absolutely, I totally accept that. I'm going to do it all in burnt, by the way, at the beginning, and then I'm going to do it out of some normal wood as well. So I'm just doing this for the beginning, just before you guys are like, no, we didn't mean make it all burnt. No, you know. Obviously, that's not your guy's voice, but be funny if it was, wouldn't it? So there we go. Something like that. I don't know why I did this one up. I could have just done that one as a... Yeah. Just do that. Okay. So I have this in here. It's still going to be wood, which I know you guys are now going to be like, well, it's made out of wood. It's going to burn. In which case, tough. There's no pleasing you guys sometimes. Why are you so mean to me? I don't know why I did that voice. That was a very strange voice. But yeah. So it's all burnt to shit now. I get a swear jar. I'm trying to keep it down. I'm trying to keep the swearing down. It's gone worse than usual. Usually I'm really good with it. I'm swearing, aren't I? So I'm not swearing at all. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Right, let's get this in. Let's get bits of this in. Yeah, we could have just that bit just burnt to hell. Here, this bit here, and then we can actually get rid of a lot of these crappy little bits. So I think we'll keep a couple of them because it actually looks good. Got that goddamn thing. There we go. That's fine. Right, that there, and these sides will probably be pretty good. I'd hope. Hope they'll be pretty good. You know, maybe not. So bits like that, and yeah, it's all right. Is that better? I don't know. I'm not too keen on the mix. It looks a little bit weird. Like it's gonna just randomly this bit set off fire, for example. But overall, I'm all right with it. Right, let's put that one in there. Then. Drop that a bit. That'll do. Okay, so that's done. We already done that bit of side stuff. We got a catapult there. We got a ballista there. Ballista. Oh no, ballista there. Ballista's up there, right? One of the other things I wanted to do. It wasn't really like from a comment. This one, I don't think. I think somebody did say, you know, no, it kind of is from a comment. It's just not directly like a. I think you should do this because this would look better type of thing. It's more of a just in general thing. Not really explaining myself today very well. I just need to get back into video making. I think that's all it is. Because I've only done that one. Right. Go on to this. Grab this. Somebody did say about using, you know, doing like proper castles. This is a problem. This is a fort, not a castle. So castles are much more fancier. This has literally just been built to protect the land. Not really a castle. It's not a residence of a high, you know, a noble or anybody like that. We will have those definitely. But this is more just purely military purpose. I mean, castles were, but didn't really have to be. So there's not going to be like, you know, concentric circles around it. But somebody did say about having multiple gates on this. Now that is a good idea. Not saying that's not at all. But it just I think it's not big enough. You know, this fort wouldn't be important enough. It's too far down the coast. If we have a look here. This is all the attackable coast, really, going down here. You'd have to get past this island, go down this well, I could call this a channel. This needs a name, really, something channel. And then you get to here, you know. It's almost like one of the stops before the capital. Is a way to think about it. So it is a major fort, and it pretty much blocks off this entire bit of land. If you want to go from here, you can then send men into this pass here. A lot of the other mountains are pretty impassable. There is one pass through here. There is one through here, and I think that's one. I can't remember. I can't remember when I looked at it, but there's like certain places where you would be able to march troops through, and that's one of them. So that's the reason it's one of them to get on and protect this land, as well as there's going to be a little fort here, and probably I am going to end up building a wall across it as well. I think I'm going to do like an old wall. So where there's bits like here won't be a wall, but it might start going across down here, just a little bit of like an old one. Not an actual proper wall, literally just like probably like 3 blocks high, but quite thick, to stop people from getting up. And then down here would have the way up. There might be an actual gate here, so there might actually be a gate here on this side, and then an actual fort over here. So there might actually be just literally a gate, nothing like behind it, and something like that. I don't know. We'll kind of see what we do. Probably shouldn't do it with orange because I've got orange down that path. But one of the things I was thinking about is if this was a knight's fort, it got me thinking, you know. And you wouldn't just have this, you would probably have a front gate to get in. Otherwise, orcs would be able to just like walk up here, kill the horses and eat them, because they love horse flesh. Really, really do. And then they'd just be able to batter down the wall and get in and then get into the other one. Whereas if we had an actual wall of some kind, doesn't mean that has to be complete or up to date, but I think it does need to be bigger than it currently is. At the minute it doesn't, I mean, I forgot that this was even here. So it does need to be a lot thicker than it was. I'm just making it really horrible looking, aren't I, at the minute? So I'll do like stuff like this, and I'm going to have to obviously redo a lot of it, but that's fine. There we go, do something like, why the hell did that happen? Right, just whack that with the magical stick. There we go. Something like that. That's whether we want to actually make like an archway or something, you know, to make it look like there was something going across. Or a broken arch. Ooh, that might be nice, actually. Let's do a broken arch. You know, something that was, I mean, obviously, if it was properly broken, it would be pretty bad, but something, you know, kind of like you could imagine that at some point there was doors in it. I don't know how I'm going to do this. This is difficult. Really goddamn difficult, isn't it? I don't really think about it as being something that I'd struggle with, but we'll try it. You know, we'll probably do it a lot lower than what I've done. We did have like a thing here. We'll variate it later on. Maybe something like that. Just to... Alright, that one then actually is going to become a block. I guess that there. And am I thinking too old-fashioned? Might be. So might be able to fit in all those like that. Nah, it's quite low, right? Just doesn't. You can kind of see what I was thinking of doing, but it just didn't really work. And then maybe here we've got, you know, something old like that. God, it's difficult. It's very difficult. Where's the slabs gone? Slab there then. Slab there, and maybe we just have a block up there or something and make it look weird. Do I want it to look weird? I do not want it to look really weird, but I do want to make it look good. So we'll try that. Right, there and there. Maybe there. Now it can be a block on it, yeah. Trapped one there. That one's no, it doesn't need a slab, it could do with one of those corner blocks. Down there can have a slab. There we go, so then it makes it look a little bit more like it was fortified or something. I guess what they could do is throw a load of junk down and just block it up. But then at least it's, you know, yeah, you could have a man behind this and actually he's covered. Wouldn't be able to really shoot very well, but he is then covered from that angle. Yeah, it's a little bit better. A little bit better, not brilliant, but yeah, like that. Still going to be messing around with it for bloody ages, aren't I? Problem. That's better. Right, so there we go. So that was one of the things I wanted to do. And now it makes it feel a little bit more like it was something, and maybe it could have had like, I don't know. You can tell that these are like smaller towers. This was built quickly, you know. Wasn't built over, you know. It wasn't built up well. You know, it's not big like that thing's big. So there we go. That'll do to block that bit up. Right. Okay. So what else do we need? And what time are we on? How long have I spent doing this? I spent 38 minutes doing this. Well, that's quite a long time. Let's have a look if we can do some more stuff. So something to say about murder holes for actually shooting down from here, and I don't know how the hell I'm going to do it. Don't know how I'm going to fit it in unless we can do something where we. I guess we could have it like this, couldn't we? Because it's this directional, right? So if we had that there, grab that one. I'll try this. This is what I understand from murder holes, from what I remember. I didn't actually look them up. I wasn't even planning on building them. So, like this episode, just so you guys know. But if we do something like that, I also probably with all these curved stuff that I'm doing, I could probably, you know, do a lot better with this type of thing. So there we go. Murder holes to me. What the hell? Is that just the way that it works? It doesn't look through. It has to be connected. I think it has to be connected, like the same material, not connected. Yeah, just same material. So we'll do this one as all of this one or something, you know. And it won't even show through. I just think this one doesn't show through. Okay, that's fine. So that's the reason. Nothing to do with being connected or anything like that. So I have some like that. And I'll put that over here. No, I'll put that there. Oops. Put that there. Get that in there. that look like one of those blocks? Okay, so if I'm right, then that's kind of what murder holes are, where you can actually shoot down. So somebody's at the gate, right? This gate would go across like this bit. They'll be going bam, 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 and then they can get shot down from above. So they go to here and they go choom, shoot down at them, and that'd be pretty horrible. But the other thing is like oil and stuff like that, and that's quite a good idea. So have we got any oil? No, we won't have oil, but I mean, grapes. Grapes are... So I'm just catching you guys up. It's really weird for me, it only just stopped. Yeah, grapes look too bad, so I put a bucket down instead, and we imagine there's oil in this bucket. Or, I mean, it doesn't have to be oil, it'd have to be hot oil anyway. Or something else, you know, hot water, for example, would be a lot cheaper. It was like, oil wasn't used as much as people think it was. It'd only really be for... well, if they really wanted to burn the crap out of them, but obviously it's pretty bad. Whereas hot water, boiling hot water would do pretty much the same trick and make people not want to go up. But there we go. That'll work. So we got the murder holes in. If that is a murder hole, if not, I've just added a new thing in there that I know is something else and it's got a different name. Right, okay. So that's episode number 1 of improvement on Fort Skalar. Most likely the next episode what I'm going to do is actually get back inside and do a little bit more building and stuff like that, just so I've got an extra video, and then I can save up even more of the comments and things like that to do extra bits, I think, because yeah, it's always good to do that. It just is. It's just good to do that. But hopefully you guys are enjoying these episodes, and we are expanding the Kingdom of Vestia, which is always good. I quite like it anyway, and it's going to be quite fun as we get on to... well, probably what we'll do is we'll finish up the fort, do the weird necromancer thing. I've got a statue planned for over here, actually. Never done a statue before, so I have no idea what it's going to look like. But we're going to have like a shrine up here, shrine statue thing here, where I might have like some guy with a sword, you know, typical medieval guy holding a sword at an angle. So I'm going a bit nuts with the statue, really. You know, I'm not even doing it straight, so God knows what it's going to look like. But I've got all these fancy vertical slabs, so I think I'll be fine. So I have a statue and a shrine there. That shouldn't be too many episodes. The necromancer shouldn't be too many episodes. The outside bit will be pretty quick, and it's really just tying it up with the mine, so I might do the mine first. Then we've got the signal towers. We've got oh yeah, we've got some streams going down. I have been planning a bit now. I've got a couple of streams coming down from here. This goes into a little pondy area, as you can see. Apparently with a floating tree. It's the only thing that's happened. Loads of that. That stream will then join up with another stream over here. There we go, you can see it joins up with a stream. I know it just whacks into the sideways, I'm going to curve it a lot more. That will go into there. We're going to have a mill down here, for like a sawmill where it's strongest over on this bit. Farm and a manor house on this side. But in order for me to do that, I need to get onto Helven's Hollow, which is a nice cave over here, which will be... I'm actually really looking forward to it. So Helven's Hollow is going to be quite fun to do. I'm actually going to do it as a bear cave, not a troll cave. I know it was planned as a troll cave. But I haven't decided on what my trolls are going to be like yet, so we'll see how that goes. And obviously we've got Elderf Grove to finish, and I really should jump onto Elderf Grove and do some more on it, because that is almost done, really. Like maybe a couple episodes or something. So anyway, please do comment any sort of improvements. I'm going to be getting onto this probably episode by episode in terms of feedback. So after we've done those, so that's the reason I'll do that episode. Anyway, I'm blathering on a lot today. Sorry guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.